So, you just wrapped up your first Python course. You've learned the syntax, you know the basics, and now you're staring at that blinking cursor on a blank screen thinking, okay, what do I actually build now? Hey, don't worry, we've all been there. And in this explainer, we're going to give you the perfect roadmap to go from just learning Python to actually building with it.
It's such a common feeling, right? You get loops, you understand variables, you even get functions, but trying to connect all those pieces to make a real project? Yeah, that can feel like a totally different ballgame. It's like having a box of tools but no blueprint. Well, that's the exact gap we're going to close today.
And this amazing infographic here is going to be our guide. Now, I want you to think of this not just as 4 random projects, but as a really smart learning path. We're going to start over here with projects that are all about the internal logic, the code's brain, if you will. And then we're going to move outwards, connecting our programs to the real world. Let's dive in.
Okay, first things first. Before we can do anything fancy, we have to master the core logic. This is all about making our code smart. We're going to start with 2 projects that are completely self-contained. That means they don't need the internet, they don't need any outside files. It's just you, your code, and the problem you're trying to solve.
Our first stop is the password generator. Now, the goal seems pretty simple, right? Just create a random, secure string of characters. But don't let that fool you. This little project is the perfect gym for working out a super fundamental programming muscle.
And that muscle is string manipulation. Seriously, think of this as your digital Lego set for anything text-based. You'll learn how to take a bunch of different characters, letters, numbers, symbols, and then shuffle them, pick them at random, and combine them into something new. It's an incredibly practical and fun way to get really comfortable handling text. And trust me, almost everything you'll do in programming involves handling text somehow.
All right, once you've got a handle on manipulating data, what's the next step? Well, it's making decisions. And what better way to learn that than by building a game we all know and love, rock, paper, scissors.
Now here's the key. This isn't really about the game itself. It's a perfect workout for conditional logic. Your code has to take what the user picked, compare it to what the computer randomly chose, and then, based on the rules of the game, decide who won. You are literally teaching your computer how to make a decision. That's a core skill behind pretty much every complex app out there.
Okay, so you've taught your code how to handle its own data and how to think for itself. That's huge. But now, it's time to level up. It's time to open the door and connect our programs to the massive world of information out there on the internet.
And let me tell you, this is a massive leap. We're moving from a closed system, where your code is kind of in its own little bubble, to an open one, where it can reach out and grab live, real-time info from anywhere on the planet. This is where your projects go from being interesting exercises to being genuinely powerful tools. And our first project in this new world is the currency converter. But this isn't just about plugging in a formula. Nope. The whole point is to pull the latest, up-to-the-second exchange rates directly from the internet. And to do that, we need to get friendly with a really critical new concept.
And that concept is the API. Look, the easiest way to think about an API is like a menu at a restaurant. You don't need to go into the kitchen and learn how to cook. You just look at the menu, tell the waiter what you want, say the exchange rate for euros to dollars, and the waiter brings it right back to you. An API lets your program order up specific data from another service, and it's the absolute magic that makes the modern internet work.
Okay, now for our final and maybe the most versatile project of them all, the web scraper. So, what happens if the data you want doesn't have a nice, clean API menu to order from? What if it's just sitting there on a website? Well, that's where a web scraper comes in. You can build a bot to go out and grab it for you.
Yeah, building a web scraper is basically like getting a programming superpower. It teaches you how to automate grabbing information. Your code can literally visit a website, find the exact pieces of data you want, like prices from an online store or headlines from a news site, and pull them into a nice, clean format you can actually use. It's a game changer for anyone interested in data science or just automating tedious tasks.
So let's just zoom out for a second and look at what we've actually accomplished here. You haven't just learned how to build 4 separate projects. You've actually acquired 4 distinct, incredibly powerful skills. You've started building your very own programming toolkit.
This table just lays it out perfectly. The password generator? Boom! You unlocked string manipulation. Rock, paper, scissors? That gave you conditional logic. The currency converter opened up the whole world of API integration, and the web scraper gave you the power of automated data gathering. See, each project was a key that unlocked a fundamental skill.
And that right there is the most important thing to remember. The real goal isn't just to have a folder with 4 finished projects in it. The goal is to walk away with these underlying skills that you can now mix, match, and combine to build pretty much anything you can dream up.
So the question is no longer, what on earth do I build? It's which one of these superpowers am I going to unlock first? You have the map. The journey from being a learner to a builder starts right now. So go on, pick one, and start creating something awesome.